I just turned 40, 40, half a life, the halfway point. The age where you're supposed to have it together, right? You're supposed to check your retirement account and smile. You nod. You think, yeah, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to retire on a beach somewhere and drink mojitos while my money works for me. So I opened my retirement app. I looked at the number, and that number told me I could retire for 8 months. 8 months. Not 8 years, not 8 decades. That's not a retirement plan. That's an eviction notice with a countdown timer. This is not a midlife crisis. This is a full-scale financial panic attack. This is me waking up at 3 a.m. wondering about my golden years. Wondering if I'm going to spend my golden years working as a Walmart greeter because I spent my 20s buying things I don't remember. And my 30s ignoring math. And here's the thing, I am not alone. 1/3 of people aged 40 to 60 are in the sandwich generation. That means we're getting squeezed from both sides. I got kids who need college funds, braces, soccer uniforms, therapy, because the internet broke their brains. And I got parents who are getting older, who need help, who need care. And guess who's footing that bill? Me. I'm the bread in this sandwich and I'm getting squished. So yeah, welcome to your 40s, the decade where you realize time is not your friend anymore. Let's talk about it. You want to know the rule? The rule that financial experts love to throw around like it's easy? By age 40, you're supposed to have 3 times your annual salary saved for retirement. 3 times. So if you make $50,000 a year, you should have $150,000 in that retirement account. If you make $60,000, you need $180,000. I checked my account. I do not have 3 times my salary. I have maybe half of 1 times my salary. Maybe. I'm not even in the ballpark. I'm not in the parking lot of the ballpark. I'm on the highway 3 exits away wondering how I got here. And the median amount of Americans in their 40s have saved in their 401k. It's about $154,000. The average is higher, around $370,000, but that's because some people actually listened to their parents and started saving when they were 22. I did not. I was buying concert tickets and financed a car I could barely afford because it had heated seats. Heated seats. That's what I prioritized over my future. Now here's where it gets dark. Here's where the math turns into a horror movie. Compound interest is your best friend when you start young. It's the thing that makes money grow while you sleep. It's magic. It's beautiful, but compound interest needs one thing to work, time. And at 40, time just got expensive. Let me break it down like I'm talking to myself in the mirror at 2 a.m. If you're 25 and start putting $400 a month into retirement with 7% return, by 60, you'll have over $1 million. $1 million. You'll be fine. You'll be more than fine. You'll be on that beach with the mojitos laughing. But if you're 40 and start now with the same $400 a month and 7% return, you'll have about $400,000 by 65. That's less than half. You lost half your retirement money because you waited 15 years. 15 years cost you $500,000. That's not a mistake. That's a catastrophe. Oh, and let's talk about inflation because why not make it worse? Inflation in 2026 is eating our money like a raccoon in a dumpster. Prices are up. Everything costs more. Eggs, gas, rent. And when you retire, inflation doesn't stop. It keeps going. It keeps eating. So that $400,000 you saved, in 20 years, it's worth maybe $250,000 in today's money. You're not retiring. You're just pausing poverty for a few years. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Okay, so how did we get here? How did I end up at 40 with a retirement account that looks like a checking account after rent week? Is it the system? Is it me? Is it both? Spoiler alert, it's both. It's always both. Let's start with the system because I need someone to blame who isn't me. The average American in their 40s is dealing with stagnant wages, student loan debt that followed them into middle age, rising housing costs, healthcare bills that would make a mob boss blush, and oh yeah, saving for retirement. We're supposed to do all of this on salaries that haven't kept up with inflation. Wages lag inflation. That means when prices go up, your paycheck doesn't catch up for months, sometimes a year. You're running on a treadmill that's tilted backwards and someone keeps turning up the speed. And pensions? Ha ha ha! Pensions are dead. They're gone. They're a myth. They're a thing our parents had and we do not now. We got 401s, Ks, which means we have to figure it out. We have to decide how much to save. We have to pick the investments. And if we screw it up, that's on us. There's no safety net. There's no backup plan. There's just me and a retirement calculator that keeps calling me a disappointment. But here's the thing I gotta own. The thing I hate admitting. Some of this is on me. I didn't prioritize it. I didn't make it automatic. I didn't treat retirement savings like a bill. Like rent. Like something that had to get paid every month no matter what. I treated it like a nice to have, like a bonus. Like, oh, if I have extra money this month, I'll throw some in. But you know what? There was never extra money. There was always something else. A vacation, a new phone. That one time I bought a grill I used twice. I was living like I had time. And now time is the one thing I don't have enough of. Let's talk about the sandwich generation, because this is where it gets really fun. You're 40, you got kids, you got parents, and both of them need money. Your kids need school supplies, sports fees, college savings, a new laptop, because the old one doesn't work anymore, even though you just bought it 2 years ago. Your parents are getting older. They need help with medical bills. Maybe they need care. Maybe they didn't save enough either, and now you're the retirement plan. You're the backup. You're the bank. And you? You're in the middle. You're the bread. You're getting squeezed so hard you can't breathe. 1/3 of Americans aged 40 to 60 are in this situation right now. 1/3. That's not a niche problem. That's a movement. We should have a union. And here's the kicker. While you're helping everyone else, your own retirement is getting destroyed. You're prioritizing your parents' medical bills over your 401k. You're prioritizing your kid's college fund over your IRA. You're putting everyone else's oxygen mask on first, and by the time you look at your own, the plane is already crashing. This is not sustainable. This is not fine. This is a slow-motion financial disaster, and we're all just pretending it's normal. You know what traditional financial advice tells you? Skip the latte. Cut the avocado toast. Stop eating out. Oh, okay. Okay, Dave. I skipped the latte. I skipped lunch. I'm eating ramen and tap water, and I'm still broke. You know why? Because the problem is not the latte. The problem is that my rent went up 20%, my car insurance doubled. My kid needs braces, and my mom needs help with her prescriptions. A $5 coffee is not the villain here. The villain is a system that expects me to save for retirement while covering 3 generations of expenses on a stagnant salary. I'm not saying don't budget, I'm saying the latte theory is insulting when you're drowning. So let's talk about what actually works. Let's talk about how to stop the bleeding when you're 40 and behind. All right, deep breath. We're behind. We know we're behind. But we're not dead yet. There's still time. Not a lot of time, but some time. And if we're smart, if we're strategic, we can catch up. Maybe not all the way, but enough to not spend our 70s eating cat food in a studio apartment. Here's the plan. This is not sexy. This is not fun. But it works. Step 1. Face the number. Actually look at it. Open the app. Log into the account. Look at the number. I know it's scary. I know it's going to hurt. But you can't fix what you don't measure. You need to know where you are right now, so you can figure out where you need to go. Write it down. Say it out loud. I have X dollars in my retirement account. Now you got a starting point. Now you can build. Step 2. Automate it like it's a bill you can't ignore. This is the big one. This is the one thing that will save you if you do nothing else. Set up automatic contributions to your 401k or IRA. Make it automatic. Make it so you don't even see the money. It goes straight from your paycheck into the retirement account before you get a chance to spend it on something stupid. Start with whatever you can afford. 5% of your paycheck, 10%, 15% if you can swing it. The goal is to get to at least 15% of your pre-tax income going into retirement. But start with something. 1% is better than 0%. 5% is better than 1%. You can increase it later. Just start. And if your employer offers a 401k match, contribute enough to get the full match. That's free money. That's your employer literally giving you money for saving. If you're not taking the match, you're leaving cash on the table. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Step 3. Max out contributions, or get as close as you can. In 2026, the 401k contribution limit is $24,500 a year. That's about $2,000 a month. Can you do that? Maybe not. But can you get closer to that than you are right now? Probably. If you're over 50, you get catch-up contributions, extra $8,000 a year into your 401k. If you're 60 to 63, you get a super catch-up of $11,250 extra. Use it. Please use it. For IRAs, the limit is $7,500 a year plus another $1,000 if you're over 50. It's not huge, but it adds up. Every dollar you put in now gets 20 to 25 years to grow before you retire. That's time. That's compound interest doing its thing. Don't waste it. Step 4, cut the stuff that doesn't matter. Be ruthless. Okay, I know I just roasted the skip the latte advice, but hear me out. You do need to look at your spending. Not because a $5 coffee is bankrupting you, but because there's probably some monthly subscription you forgot about. Some service you're paying for that you don't use, some recurring charge that's been hitting for 2 years. Go through your bank statement, line by line, find the leaks, cancel the stuff you don't need. Redirect that money into your retirement account. I'm not saying live like a monk. I'm saying be intentional. If the thing brings you joy, keep it. If it doesn't, cut it. That gym membership you haven't used since February? Gone. That streaming service you forgot you had? Gone. The money you're wasting on stuff you don't care about? That goes into the 401k now. Step 5. Prepare for the squeeze. Plan for the sandwich. If you're in the sandwich generation, you need a plan. Talk to your parents. I know it's uncomfortable. Nobody wants the money talk with aging parents, but you have to. You need to know what their situation is. Do they have savings? Do they have long-term care insurance? What's the plan if they need help? Because if there's no plan, the default plan is you. And if you become the plan without preparing, your retirement is toast. Same with your kids. If you got kids heading to college, have the conversation about student loans, scholarships, community college, trade schools. You cannot sacrifice your retirement to pay for their college. That sounds harsh, but it's true. Your kids can get loans for college. You cannot get loans for retirement. There is no such thing as a retirement loan. If you don't have the money, you just don't retire. You work until you physically can't anymore. Don't do that to yourself. Set boundaries. Help where you can, but not at the expense of your own future. The thing nobody tells you about your 40s, it's terrifying. It's embarrassing. You feel like you failed at being an adult. You look at other people your age who seem to have it together and you wonder what you did wrong. You wonder if it's too late. You wonder if you're just going to be broke forever. But here's the other thing. You're not alone. A huge chunk of Americans are in the same boat. The system is rigged to make this hard. Wages haven't kept up. Costs have exploded. Pensions are gone. We're all trying to figure it out with no roadmap. No safety net, and a retirement calculator that keeps roasting us, but you still got time. Not as much as you wish you had, but enough. If you start now, if you automate it, if you max out what you can. If you make it a priority instead of an afterthought, you can catch up. Maybe not all the way, but enough. Enough to retire with dignity. Enough to not have to work until you're 80. Enough to have options. The math is brutal. Compound interest is unforgiving when you start late. But it still works. It's just going to take discipline. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take saying no to some things now, so you can say yes to things you need later. I'm 40. I opened my retirement app and had a panic attack. I realized I'm behind. I realized I screwed up. I realized time is not on my side anymore. But I also realized something else. I'm not done yet. I still got 25 years to fix this. That's not nothing. That's not great, but it's not nothing. So I'm automating my contributions. I'm maxing out what I can. I'm cutting the stuff that doesn't matter. I'm having the hard conversations with my family. I'm treating my retirement like the emergency it is, because in 25 years, I do not want to be 65 opening that app and realizing I got 8 months of retirement money again. I want to be on that beach with that mojito, laughing at my 40-year-old self for panicking. But I'm only going to get there if I start now. So yeah, welcome to your 40s, the decade where you realize time costs money and you're running out of both. Let's get to work.